All right, welcome back once again. My name is Gagan Sarkaria. I'm a high achievement business coach and a very proud BG member. I'm a level 7 rank achiever and also a senior investment advisor with BG Wealth Sharing. This video is going to be very interesting because I want to walk you through so that you can do your due diligence and you understand where do our registration and the claim that BG Wealth Sharing is a registered investment advisory firm in the United States of America. Where do we go? What do we watch? What do we download? What do we read? I'm going to walk you through step by step so that you can be confident when you join BG that what are you starting your journey as? Number one, when we choose to become a member of BG Wealth Sharing does not charge us anything. It's a decision we make and a choice we go after. And the choice is that you want to be an investor first and you want to leverage the beautiful relationship that the company owner, Dr. Stephen Beard, who is the founder, owner, and the CEO of BG Wealth Sharing, has created with the executive team of DSJ Exchange. The partnership, the collaboration, the beautiful relationship that he has built and cultivated, we as BG members get to leverage that partnership. And I will walk you through as we are going to today take a look at the registered investment advisory firm documentation for BG Wealth Sharing. So let me share my screen and get started. All right, so what you're looking at is my entire desktop. And first and foremost, I want to share is that this is the website that you will go. This website is called advisorinfo.sec.gov. I'm going to say it again. We are going to a sub category or a website which is under SEC's governance. So it is a government official website. It's called advisorinfo.sec.gov. So all the investment advisors, public disclosure, or all the people who are individuals or firms who are going to do investment advisory responsibility in United States of America have to be registered on SEC's website. And this is the category which is public information, but the government, not the government, it's a government website and it is public information, but the search engines, AI bots are not allowed to crawl this website. So sometimes, you have to think before you act and you have to really use your brain to understand how the internet works. So today, I'm going to take you to this website, the official government website, which is advisorinfo.sec.gov. So by default, when you look at it, it goes to individual information. So BG Wealth Sharing's data is registered here as public information on an official website of the United States government, not under Stephen Beard's name, not under my name, not under any of the senior leaders' names. It is registered on BG Wealth's name. So what you have to first do is, once you get to the homepage of this website, you have to click on the firm. So it's by default individual. You click on firm. Once that is green and is in front, right here you will type BG Wealth, not DSG Exchange. So in my previous videos, I shared with you how would you go to sec.gov to look at the documentation for DSG Exchange. And if you recall that they had selected the category of pooled investments, right? And if you haven't watched that video, please go back to the previous video or one of the videos that is on my channel to do your due diligence the right way. So right now we're looking at BG Wealth Sharing. So we are going to say BG Wealth and search. So many things come up, right? So what we're going to do is then we're going to say right here, this is the one, I know that. So I'm going to say BG Wealth Sharing. Oh, if I can type properly. Sharing. and then hit search. Here is our document. We are at 1312 17th Street, Suite 600, Denver, Colorado 80202. When I click on more information, this page shows up. Okay. By default, and this is human psychology, and I'm going to identify that. By default, people don't read, they just see something in red and they freak out because red color in certain cultures is the sign of danger. That's why in United States the stop signs are in red and octagon shape. And when you're looking at the traffic light, no matter where you go, the red light means stop. So the human psychology kicks in the minute you read not currently registered, not currently notice filed. People will take screenshots, they will circle these things, and then they will start making videos that it's not registered. Oh my gosh, they're lying to you. I'm like, people, please hold your horses, use your brains. Please understand what this document actually does and where is the information. So let's read together and understand this document. So it says, Investment Advisor Firm Summary. BG World Sharing Limited, and this is the documentation, the SEC's stuff that they got so that you can really, really understand this is going. So now there are two categories in this registration. One is the advisory firm is going to be an exempt status or not. So they are filing the exempt reporting advisory status. And it says here that SEC's jurisdiction is applied and they are an ERA. What does ERA stand for? Exempt Reporting Advisor. And it's active. If this was inactive or in red, then I would be of some concern here. So these two things don't apply to us right now because usually exempt registered reporting advisors, they usually file their paperwork after their first year. And if you look at the effective date, that was August 15th, 2025. So it has not happened. 1 year hasn't happened yet. So this is a brand new status. So please be patient. When Dr. Beard and BG Management will update their documents here, he will be the first one to share it with the community. Another thing that could be alarming, so I'm educating you how this works. If the disclosures had complaints or any issues, it's all public information, but you have to go to the right website to look for it. We are very proud that DSG Exchange and BG Wealth Sharing members are very happy members. And yesterday I was on a Zoom call and a very new, brand new BG member quoted that once you are inside the community and you are a BG member, all your fears and all your doubts, they just go away. And that's exactly what happens. But I'm also on a mission to educate people to how to do their due diligence the right way. So if you really want to understand what is an exempt status, because DSG Exchange has exempt status on SEC, they filed the Form D. So under 5036, so you need to go into the research of those details to understand what does that mean. So the exempt status doesn't mean that it's unregulated. The exempt status does not mean that the government agency is not going to hold BG Wealth Sharing accountable, right? So you have to understand these legal terms before you go spinning your head around and going on different, forums to talk to people who don't understand this. And if you are a BG member, thank you for being a BG member. And thank you for being an active investor first. And an inactive investor means that you are willing and doing your 2 trades per day, following Dr. Beard, making sure that you are executing the codes that he issues in your own DSG Exchange account. So this is it. This is where you would go to look at the documents. Now, there was one more thing. If you click on this this button right here. It says view latest form filed. So if I click on it, it will download the actual filing. Now, this form right here, the card, it says card number 338316. So let's go look at it. 338316. So it's the same document. So let's go take a little bit of a deeper dive on what does this say. It says BG Wealth Sharing Limited is the primary business name. It's the legal name under which all the paperwork has been filed. All right. Then it says complete this form truthfully. False statements may result in denial of your application. So this is a government document. For example, when you are filing for, let's say, a passport or a visa or a driver license, or you're opening a bank account, you are basically agreeing to fill out the form in full truth and honesty because it can come back and bite you, right? So this is what BG Wealth Sharing has filed, and this is a public form. Do you think ChatGPT has access to this? Or you can just type in a Google search or open search or whatever, and then all this document will just download automatically by itself. I don't think so. So that's why I'm trying to help you educate and help you understand how should you be doing your due diligence. Anything that you don't understand, then go look into your search engines or ChatGPT or whatever AI platform you use, that what does this word mean? What does section 1.b blah 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 mean? That would be the deeper research to do, okay? Or download this document, upload it to your AI platform, whichever open AI you use or whatever, and then understand, summarize what this document means, and do I have to worry about anything? That is the right way to really understand and speed up your knowledge. So let's go look at a few other things. Name under which you primarily conduct your advisory business. So they are looking at certain things that if you are filing an umbrella registration, the information in item 1 should be provided for the filing advisor only. General instruction 5 provide. So and this document is not a one-page document. It is, let me scroll, 13-page, 1-3, 13-page form that was filed. All right, so it is, of course, under SEC, exempt reporting status, the file number, blah, right? So you can see all of this information. Next, I wanted to see, there was something very interesting that I found. Okay. Do you have one or more websites or accounts on publicly available social media platforms, including but not limited to Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn? What do you see here? No. Why? Because BG Wealth Sharing Company communication channel is only Bond Chat, not Facebook, not Twitter, not X, not LinkedIn, not Telegram, not WhatsApp. Only Bond Chat. Okay, then compliance officers. Okay, so there was something else that I found very interesting. Okay. Did you have 1 billion or more in assets on the day of your most recent fiscal year? They said no. We'll see what they file next year. Okay. Then I also saw something else right here. If you check item 2B, 2 or 3, what is the amount of the private fund assets you manage? Now let's calculate what that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What, 80 million? He's identifying. Who is he? Dr. Beard. Clearly identifying what he has, what he does not have, what is he doing, how is he doing. It's all right here. And then people in their whatever age or whatever they want to do, They just want to show up on YouTube to make videos that literally sometimes I'm not even, I don't laugh. I'm sad on the humanity aspect of these videos that people just want to spend all their energy in defaming and speaking negativity out in the world to bring more fear and confusion to the community. So let's go in and look at the form again. Then he's saying, so this form is asking, how is the company BG Wealth Sharing formed? So it's an LLC, all right? In what month does your fiscal year end each year? December. So basically, this was achieved in August of 2025. So the fiscal year for him, like 1 year, is basically next year, August. So he's required to fill the next form with all the information for this registered investment advisory firm, the exempt status by December of 2026. Okay. So under the laws, United States laws, um, okay, let's talk about business activities. In this item, we request information about your firm, which is BG Wealth Sharing's other business activities. So what have they identified? Commodity pool operator or commodity trading advisor, whether registered or exempt from registration. Nothing else. Nothing else is selected. And that's exactly what we are doing, right? Dr. Beard advises us and issues a trading signal. We copy that signal, we paste it in our DST Exchange account, and then we execute the code and the trade happens. Commodity pool operator or commodity trading advisor. Good, right? All right, let's go next. Now it says, section B right here, are you actively engaged in any other business not listed in 6A? What is 6 right here? 6A, they say no. They're not taking money from anyone. They're not asking for any subscription fees. They're not doing anything else except what they're saying that they're doing. And that's exactly what 500,000 plus community members experience every day, sometimes 7 times a day. Because there are 2 fixed signals, a third permanent signal, and 4 bonus trades every day. If you qualify for it, you're probably doing it 7 times a day, right? Okay, let's go next. 3, do you sell products or provide services other than investment advice to your advisory clients? Who is giving the investment advice? BG Wealth Sharing, led by Dr. Stephen Beard. Who is getting the advice? The BG members who are also the advisory clients. Remember, investors first, referrers second. Learn first, share second. Do you sell any products or provide services other than investment advice or to your advisory clients? No. All right, let's go forward. Item 7, financial industry affiliations. Let's look at that. What did they identify themselves doing as? Broker dealer, municipal securities dealer, or government securities broker dealer, registered or unregistered. So what is he? Broker dealer, hedge fund, right? Number 2, other investment advisor, including financial planners. Of course, we are not financial planners, but he had to select what are the closest related activities that he's going to do. Then number 6, commodity pool operator, again identified. That's exactly what he does every day. That's exactly what we experience every day. Been doing this for 13 months as a BG member. But this is exactly, even though that this form was filed and applied for and registered a couple of months ago in August of 2025, even before, this is exactly what they were doing because they had a vision. They wanted to plant their flag in United States of America. They wanted to raise investment funds and invite accredited investors. They had to go in this direction. Why? Because they've been very strategic with their approach, very conservative with their trading, and they kind of uh, promise, what is it? Under promise, over deliver. That's exactly what BG Wealth Sharing has done. That's exactly what DST Exchange is doing. So let's look at private fund reporting. Are you an advisor to any private fund? What did he say? Yes. BG Wealth Sharing is not a public investment pool, hedge fund. It's for private people, right? And DST Exchange is also a private exchange. That's why you can find its information on the sites like CoinMarketCap. If you really start to understand the documentation, what these companies, both BG Wealth Sharing and DST Exchange, are sharing their information on their government forms, all your fear and all the negative noise that people want to create and capitalize and monetize on it, all of that will go away. Because all you want to do is be in a community of positive people where you can raise your prosperity vibration and do good for yourself, your family, your grow line, and the community. So let's keep looking at this document. It says private fund. Name of the private fund is what? BG Wealth Sharing. And then the identification is this, right? Okay, what laws that the private fund is going to abide by? United States laws. So BG Wealth Sharing is going to follow all the laws and regulatory requirements with United States government agencies. And BG Wealth Sharing's compensation plan then goes out and is going to be executed to other members in other countries. So let's keep looking, right? The private fund, what is happening, qualifies for the exclusion from the definition of investment company under that section and that law. So they are kind of, now I'm not an expert on the private fund side of things, but I'm just sharing what I'm reading because I encourage everyone to read and then understand and then use your brain and your critical thinking skills to make the right decision. Don't just Google it because it's not going to be helpful. So please read. All right. Is this a master fund in a master feeder agreement? No, it is a private fund. Is is this a feeder fund in a master? No. Okay, so both of them are no. So doesn't apply to us. Um, is this private fund a fund of funds? He says no. This is exactly what it is. During the last fiscal year, of course, this is the first time, so he has to say no because we have not reached our 1 year fiscal timeline. What type of fund is the private fund? Private equity fund. Okay, let's keep looking. Current gross asset value of the private fund, 78,960,522 US dollars. Do you think he can lie on a government form and without looking at all the financials that the SEC is going to grant him? And when I say him, Dr. Beard or BG Wealth Sharing, the registration aspect, people can just make these numbers up. Do you think that's possible? Let me ask you one thing. If you wanted to apply for a passport and you lie on that form, do you think you're going to get a passport? You will then probably be looking at some rule breaking aspects and some fines if you lie on government forms. So it's very easy for people to point fingers without reading and understanding. So I highly encourage those of you who are doing your due diligence and those of you who are leaders in BG to really take your time to understand this document and then educate your members, educate your teams, educate your organizations to understand what does this really mean and have the confidence and the courage to know what you are getting involved in. And if something doesn't make sense, go talk to Dr. Beard. Ask him to help you understand. But I think this video should clarify a lot of things for a lot of people. All right, let's keep going. Ownership. Minimum investment commitment required of an investor in a private fund is 50,000 USDT, not USDT, US dollars. How much does he have in his escrow account that Dr. Beard shares often? 30 million pounds. So if somebody wants to come in, now that he has all the documentations, they can come in a private fund and have a $50,000 investment start. But he had more than 50,000 to file the paperwork. He's claiming that he had, the day he filed, 78,960,522 US dollars in the private fund. Now, I don't know how much time it takes for these paperwork to go through, so I'm assuming it's not an overnight thing. So I don't know how much weight it is, the paperwork. I'm not an expert on that part. So what I'm really hoping to educate people is that, this is something that you should learn and read and understand and gain your knowledge and clarity and then make your decisions. Spend your time learning this rather than watching videos that make no sense. Okay. All right. All of this is right here, all this information. Um, Now, are you a sub-advisor of this private fund? No, he's actually the owner and the main advisor. And BG Wealth Sharing is the main advisory. We do not work with anybody else. All right, let's go. There was something else. Okay. Are the private fund's financial statements subject to an annual audit? Yes. Look at that. He's agreeing, BG Wealth Sharing Advisory Firm, the company is agreeing for audits. That yes, you can come and audit us. We'll have all our ducks in the row. We will comply with all the rules. And then, is the auditing firm an independent public accountant? Yes. They're not in-house accountants. Name of the auditing firm, Indicator Global, based out of New York. Okay. Is the auditing firm registered with the Public Company Accounting Oversight Board? No. If yes, Public Oversight Board assigned number. So they are not registered with that, but they have a authority to make sure that the accounting firm is there. They can be audited. They can always comply if they are going to be fully compliant. Are the private funds audited financial statements for the most recently compliant distributed funds? Okay, so they have been audited before, which is good. All the funds, annual updating amendment, unqualified opinions. Okay, so everything is good. Does the private fund use one or more prime brokers? No, everything is there. Let's talk about the custodian. Private fund use any custodians, including the prime? No, so no custodians. Private fund use an administrator other than your firm. No, everything is BG. Okay. So you feel there is no third party involvement. BG does all of this. They agree to be fully compliant and transparent. All right. Let's go. Okay. Does the private fund use the services of someone other than you or your employees for marketing purposes? So they don't pay people to find people. They educate the clients, and the clients are happy, people like me who are very happy. And then we will go and share it with our own community and say, okay, I'm making money. Here is what I'm doing. Take a look at it. But I don't get paid to bring people in. So that's the marketing stuff that you need to understand. All right. So what else? I think this is it. I can keep going. On and on and on. But I think this is an investment. This is an interesting document that you should definitely spend your time, energy on. Download this. If you don't understand certain terminology, which is a legal context, you should be able to then do research on that part to understand. Don't waste your time and energy reading blogs and giving them traffic because that's not what you should be doing. You should be spending time understanding where can you go to do your own due diligence and then understand how can you start your BG journey. And if you don't understand something, go back to the person who invited you so that you can learn more from them. Thank you so much for watching. This is going to be the end of this video.